not part of the culture from inception. And you got so many different people who have different views on inception. When is inception? When is the beginning? So everybody has a different point of view. Um, but if you're looking at graph or writing, graffiti writing, you're gonna see us there in the late '60s into
That's
the
us. I was
'70s.
writing everywhere
Yeah,
in this, even in my on the cereal boxes, everywhere in the 70s, 80s, 90s, everywhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're there, and we're part of that movement, and um, the DJ movement will be next, and we're there, and we're part of that movement. The DJs that play the break beats, which are really the hip hop DJs, it's not. They want to try and portray other DJs who are just playing these records. There were DJs just playing these specific records, but they weren't doing nothing with them. They were playing the records. It was at a block party or wherever it was. They're just playing the records. We're talking specifically about Kool Herc and what he does specifically, not in 1973, because he doesn't do that in 1973. He does it in 1975 at a place called the Hivelo. And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Herc. We're talking about Flash. We're talking about Bambaataa. We're talking about Breakout. Those are the four DJs. And then in between those DJs, you have sprinkles of other DJs who would go to their parties and see what they were doing. So, we're talking later on. So we're talking, 77, 78. But people like Casanova Fly, also known as Grandmaster Caz. His partner was Disco Wiz, a Puerto Rican and a Cuban. You had Charlie Chase, who starts really playing the break beats in 1976. And he's playing break beats before the Cold Crush. And so he is the co-founder
But he's
of the
not even
Cold
sure of
Crush.
his own history, isn't he? Like that's the
Who?
Charlie Chase.
No, he's
That's
sure
not.
of his history.
Oh, I thought he was. I'm sorry about that. I could have been wrong. I thought I heard him agreeing with the guy.
What guy?
What's her name? Tashi.
No, you didn't
Okay,
hear
so
Charlie Chase. No.
okay, so I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
It's a different dude. Charlie Chase is the chubby guy, respectfully.
No,
Gordito.
no,
Okay,
no, no.
okay.
DJ Charlie Chase is a Puerto Rican DJ. He was the DJ for the Cold Crush Brothers.
Okay, no, I got him wrong. I got him. I got the last. The rest. My bad. My bad. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so you got Charlie Chase, and he's the co-founder of the Cold Crush Brothers. He's DJing for uh Grandmaster Flash is not in the picture at this point for a couple of months. They grab him up and he DJs for the Furious Four for a couple of months because he was that nice. So it's so the DJs are even in the mix there, and then we got the B boys, and they want to try to place us at a certain year, way over here, 78, 79, and 80, when the B boy crews in the Bronx around places like Crotona, around 118, 129, St. Martin's. These are spots that they used to hold jams.
I was there in St. Martin's. I used to stay there. I used to sleep there with the nun. Facts.
St. Martin the Tours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Saint. Oh no,
it,
I thought you said. My bad. I thought you said St. Mark's.
no,
That
no,
you did.
St. Martin's, St.
Oh,
Martin's of Tour, St. Martin of Tours. Yeah, this is in the Bronx.
okay.
Yeah,
That's not it. That's not the one I'm talking about. My bad.
yeah, it's okay. So in 1975, you got TBB, the Bronx Boys Rocking Crew with Batch. You got the CC Crew with Spy. You have Star Child The Rock with Track Two. You have the Rockwell Association. This is all between 75 and 79. These are B-boy crews. These are Puerto Rican B-boy crews. Mixed in with them is definitely the Zulu Kings, who originally were an all-black crew, but then started to implement Puerto Ricans within that crew. And then, from 79 now, in 79, Batch breaks up TBB, and out of TBB comes Crazy Legs. Crazy Legs is a product of the Bronx
Right,
Boys.
right.
And so he comes out of TBB and he doesn't start Rocksteady. That's Jimmy Lee and Jimmy D who start Rocksteady. He takes a chapter over to Manhattan, and eventually he becomes the president of Rocksteady Crew. And then a new generation of now b-boys are coming from that lineage. So we have the foundational b-boy crews, which are Latino and black, but those four crews are all Latino with a couple of blacks, maybe in there. So you got that lineage, and then you have Rocksteady coming out of that lineage, and then you got a new generation coming. So, we've been in the mix 49 years. There is the only way that you got a 50th anniversary is if you begin in 73. It doesn't begin in 73. It begins more in 75. There's no that party at Cool Herc 1520. I'm going to leave this person nameless, but I spoke to one of Herc's dancers, who was there at the party.
It wasn't a hip. It wasn't.
I'm not going to say who it was.
No, no. I'm
No,
saying it wasn't. It wasn't a hip hop party.
no, it wasn't. There was no hip hop. I asked them. No, there was nothing hip hop. There's no b-boys. There's no extending breaks. There's nothing. They're playing music and people are dancing. Right. That's all it was. So we've been in the mix for 49 years. Right. So when we talk about longevity, and we talk about people like, the ones who claim to be the first b-boys, they stopped. A lot of them stopped in 75. They actually stopped when b-boying hits the floor, when the breakers are hitting the floor. It's late 74, 75 that happens. They're not doing this before that. But then you have the rock dancers that come out of late 69, 70, 71, 72, and on, that are doing this dance that would kind of translate into up rocking. And so that is more the precursor to the b-boys than it is, what the dancers were doing at Herc's parties, if I'm honest. Right? They're doing what they call burning. Burning is it's embarrassing the next person, but again,
Mm-hmm.
people were doing that before them. And the majority of people that were doing that before them were Puerto Ricans. Okay, so this is happening, and the documentary I'm working on.
While we grew up, I mean, there was like blacks in our neighborhood, like straight blacks, but the majority in Brooklyn, Sunset Park, all those neighborhoods, we was up rocking, we was popping, breaking, we was DJing. It was all Puerto Ricans. That's
Hmm.
all what I remember. So it
Hmm.
depends. When you in this borough, you in that borough. Where we was at, and I was around in the
Right.
in 70s, 80s, 90s, and I was always dancing, popping, breaking. I was always nasty. So today,
Hmm.
I could
Hmm.
get busy,
Hmm.
beatboxing, all that. Like I beatbox almost every day on all my shows. Like I probably got people sick with that, right? Like, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is to say that Puerto Ricans had no influence and all that is weird. And not only that, it gets me tight because the majority of people saying this, they're not even from here that started this whole thing. I feel there's a hidden agenda. You're making movies, you're making films, and people are donating hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to this one individual. You get it?
Mm,
So that's my only problem with that. You get it?
mm,
And every
mm,
and everybody's believing something, but just that group of people is so hard with it. And it's like if you're not that group of people, you're just no good, and everything they say goes. And then when you start talking, like when you get a little too gangster and frustrated, like, and you start talking like, yo, y'all wasn't even like that. Like y'all don't even got no swag, and you trying to diss us. Now you make other dudes that's like that answer you. You get it? Because you just can't
mm,
talk like that. Because I feel that y'all wasn't like that, and that y'all
mm.
still not like that. So come on, let's keep it realistic. It depends who you
Yeah.
talking to. You get it? You just can't say yeah. And then he says, I don't say a whole group of people. Yes, you do. You say yeah, Puerto Ricans.
Mm,
So I try not to talk like that because of my peoples and all that. But if you want to get technical, you just can't talk like if y'all, in other words, like y'all not built like that. You get it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you're not gonna say that in my face because I'm gonna drop you. And I know it could be like it's childish or whatever, right? I get it, but you're talking childish and you're trying to sneak in there. Like, why would we copy y'all? Y'all got no swag. Like no swag. Are you serious? I
Mm,
heard him say that they was the ones dancing. Are you fucking serious? What dance?
mm,
What dance, bro? The
mm,
slide or whatever, like break dancing? Are you serious, bro? That's a lie. But
mm,
again, this is a person that is not outside, that wasn't outside in New York with us. He's
mm.
talking from Babylon, wherever he's at. You get it?
Right, right,
So
right. Yeah, I try not to, I've just made up my mind as of late, man, to I'm not gonna give that any energy.
right.
I'm not gonna give them oxygen. I'm just gonna tell our story, man. And it's part of history, it's part of the American story. Hip hop is part of American history, and it's not just Black American history. It's
Nah.
it's Puerto Rican American history. It's Haitian American
It's
history.
white
It's
history.
Jamaican
I think
American.
everybody
Yeah.
at one point put the course that nobody's trying to take away from them. I see that they created it, but to give Puerto Rocks no credit and just be like, sure, y'all was there, but y'all was dick riding. In other words, respectfully, like y'all copied us. Y'all were just watching us. You were students. Nah, bro, that's weird. When the whole
Mm,
world has been known the truth for years. So here comes one person and just starts spreading that. You know what? You guys been
mm,
lied to this whole time. Santa Claus is not real. You get
mm.
it? And Tupac is alive. You
Right,
just
right.
can't do that, bro. It's just weird. And then you could tell as a businessman, people are not smart at all because the big consumers of all this music is Latinos, right? Puerto Ricans. Even when you go to the biggest hip hop artists in Spanish, is Bad Bunny. Even Kanye said there's nothing bigger than Bad Bunny in the world. So we have no influence when Puff Daddy, everybody's going to Anuel to do him favors. Could you do this for the label? They signing Mad Boricuas. Even for Spanish hip hop, you got English rappers like Drake, Meek, all these rappers making English and Spanish hits with the rappers that are making millions over there. We got no influence. Are you on drugs? It's because you're not in the loop. You're not outside. You're on the internet 24/11. You get
Mm,
it? If you
mm.
come outside, you will see all that. You get it? Or if you come to New York, should I say? I don't know. It's just weird, but I understand exactly what you're saying, and a lot of people feel that way. Like you shouldn't, like that's just something you just can't let go like that. You get it?